All right, welcome to our latest Swampcast of sorts. We are doing our top 30 players in the SEC, and usually we do a top 25, but I mean, it was impossible. In fact, we, at the last minute, threw somebody off the list who had 115 tackles last year.
Yeah.
That's how talented this league is. Really loaded on the defensive line, which has been the earmark of the SEC.
Yep, line of scrimmage league, like Will Muschamp always said.
But I do think that that's what does separate the SEC from other conferences is defensive linemen and their ability to run. So we'll go ahead and we'll start from the bottom, and it started out with a defensive lineman, Derek Brown from Auburn, number 30. And I tell you what, he is a beast. He is. Mel Kiper called him a rare talent. So look for him to be in the NFL soon. He's got to kind of make that happen. He's got to become that player that everybody thinks he can become.
And like all these linemen in the SEC are good, very athletic, Pat. Yeah. Quick off the ball, so very disruptive.
Number 29, we got a Gator in here. There's a couple of them, but Jordan Scarlett, and it's based on what we think.
Yeah.
We really think Jordan Scarlett is going to have a big year. I had him higher. Robbie talked me off the ledge a little bit.
Yeah. Just because he hadn't played football all year, so you have to wonder there. But, before he got suspended, he had come off a really good season and had a great summer, and then, boom, gone.
Yeah, and, I mean, what we saw in the spring we liked a lot, and also the fact that he's going to be hungry. Because, he did come back. He could have just left. But I got a feeling he's going to have a big year. Now, they got a block for him, or it's not going to matter. Yeah. Speaking of blockers, number 28, Trey Smith from Tennessee, came in with a lot of hype, a lot of hoopla, and has played up to it.
He really has.
He's a really good player. There's not a lot of really good players in Knoxville.
But he's a mauler, Pat. He'll attack you. So.
Yeah, he's a great one. Number 27, Benny Snell Jr. I left the junior off of him. This guy's –
He is a junior.
I don't think people realize that he's had back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons and 32 rushing touchdowns because they run some other guys in there to keep him fresh. But he's had a great career already.
But back-to-back 1,000-yard rushing years. I mean, it's unbelievable how good he was. I mean, he hurt Florida pretty bad last year at times. So.
He did. He hurt a lot of teams.
Yeah.
Number 26, maybe he should be higher, maybe he shouldn't be on the list at all. You can make an argument either way. And that would be Tua Toyota, as we call him.
He may not start, but...
He may not start, and look, he may not be all SEC because at the end of the year they go, well, you only started 7 games. Who knows? The more I've thought about it, the more I've thought, you're an idiot if you don't start him on day one and say, you're our guy, and now Alabama is lethal. Like winning the national titles.
Well, now they're back to doing the offense they like, where it's pro style, throw the ball down the field with this kid.
And just a totally different. And sorry, Jalen, go ahead and transfer to.
He didn't even get on our list then.
No, he didn't because I think by game 4 he may not be playing. So
maybe not by game 1.
Number 25 is another quarterback from the same state, Jarrett Stidham, which may be a little low for him.
Yeah.
I'm not impressed with Jarrett Stidham when I go back and watch games. He was a good quarterback. But he's kind of a system quarterback. Yeah. A lot of people believe that because he's got a second year in the system, he's really going to blossom this year.
At times last year he was real impressive. Pat. Other times a little pressure kind of he caved in with it, and he's supposed to be an athletic quarterback, but yet he didn't. Wasn't consistent enough. Yeah,
and you've got to have that run element from the quarterback to make that offense work. Number 24, Jonah Williams, the Alabama offensive lineman. Alabama offensive lineman. You can put any of them on there. They're all going to be really good. He is a special one. Number 23, we got another Gator on here, Marco Wilson. I was so impressed with the way he played last year, and then actually sat down and talked to him about a month ago.
He's a mature kid, isn't he, Pat?
He's really mature, and he's got goals, and his goals are to get his hands on the ball. I got a feeling he will this year.
Yeah, he is focused. He never played like a freshman last year, Pat.
No,
from day one.
He played really well all year. And I think he's having a big year. 22, DeAndre Swift, the running back from Georgia. Now, again, here's a guy that at the end of the year we may be going, he should have been like 4th because it's his team now. Now, they've got a ton of great running backs, but it is kind of his deal. Now, but you look at his numbers, he really didn't.
But, he actually rushed for 700 yards last year behind those 2 great backs. Yeah. So to get that many yards with those other 2 in front of him is pretty amazing.
But you know what? In the big games, he didn't carry
No, you're right.
And but now it's his chance, and I think he's going to have a chance to be great. And number 21, Nick Fitzgerald, the quarterback at Mississippi State, coming off that injury, but certainly an extremely talented guy. can run and throw. And again, here's a guy who may end up being higher because if they're as good as some people believe.
Yeah, I mean, they're a very talented team, and I think he's going to have a huge year.
All right, we'll be back with our next 10. That would be 20 through 11 on our next Swampcast. Thanks for watching.